Obligatory sleeping cat shot. Hey, Olly. Oh, it's a big yawn. Say hello to everybody. You say hello? Yeah. It's as good as you're gonna get, I think.
I love to read a book and be absorbed in words to escape.
Hi guys, so I thought I should sit in front of my YA bookshelf for this particular discussion video. I just wanted to kind of briefly, briefly, not likely with me, I wanted to discuss my devolving relationship with YA fiction and why I'm kind of moving on or divorcing from reading as much YA as I used to, and why my overall focus in terms of reading this year will probably be more on adult titles. I don't want anybody to feel upset or angry over this. It's a personal decision, so it's not being influenced by anyone else's reading habits, anyone else's choices here. It's just where I feel I am in terms of my reading interest now. To be fair, my interest, or rather my renewed interest in reading YA fiction, kind of came out of the blue anyway. I read a little bit of it when I was actually a teenager, but for the majority, most of what I read as a teen were adult titles. There were a few Aussie authors who wrote for teens that I did pick up some like notable Australian teen fiction back in the day, but yeah, my reading interests kind of just jumped that demographic and went through to adult. Yeah, getting back into YA really kind of did come, as loath as I am to admit it, it sort of did come around the time of Twilight, but also the Gemma Doyle series, and then I was given a few books from the Wicked Lovely series by Melissa Marr, and that was all sort of just out of the blue. There was no active desire on my part, but these were given to me as gifts from different people, and I just happened to pick them up and enjoy them, and so that sparked an interest again, and I kind of, searched things out, and then, the joining of BookTube and getting on Goodreads and all that kind of thing led to discovering more and more titles, and yeah, that kind of fed that interest for a few years there. And I'm not surprised that as suddenly as my YA reading habit began, that it would end kind of just as suddenly. I always just expected the day would come when I would just really wake up and think to myself, I no longer have little to any desire to read about teenage protagonists and high school settings and sort of more teen, if you want to put a really generalized label on it, more teen behavior and feelings and emotions and interactions and stuff. I feel like I've moved beyond it, and that is in no way meant to signify that I feel that teen fiction is juvenile or poorly written or immature or anything. It's just that I feel in terms of encountering those kind of narratives and those sort of characters, I've just lost my drive to read about that anymore. It really was that I just looked at my YA shelves one day and realised that aside from select titles and certainly continuations in series, which I'll discuss in a sec, I didn't want to pick up a lot of these books anymore. So I've been culling my YA bookshelf pretty severely. That's why it can actually fit on here pretty much now. The only stuff that doesn't fit on here is my realistic YA. So that's still in my wardrobe at the moment, trying to find a home. But I've culled a lot of titles. I've given away heaps and heaps of books in the past year to friends and family who are the right age or who have that active interest in YA fiction. And it's been honestly really nice. I haven't been upset about it at all. It's been good to pass on titles to go to, better homes, like adopting pets. I do still want to pursue books either by authors that I really do enjoy within YA and titles that are continuations of series that I really do enjoy. For example, I certainly want to grab Flame, which is the third and I think final installment in the Sky Chasers series by Amy Kathleen Ryan. I certainly want to read that because I really like this series. It's a great sci-fi saga. The third installment in the Birthright series by Gabrielle Zevin, I think it's entitled In the Time of Love and Chocolate, I think, has been released, and Misty really loved it, so I'm very, very keen to get my hands on that one because that also is a great series that I really do enjoy. I know that Karen Healy last year, she's a New Zealand author I really love, she released a sci-fi dystopian title called When We Wake, and it's got a bit of a Sleeping Beauty tone to it as well, and so that's got me excited. I do want to pick that one up. Just, yeah, there are certainly still YA titles I will be hunting down and reading, hopefully, but it's not nearly as much of an active interest as it used to be. If people feel that they no longer want to subscribe to my channel because of this kind of shift in focus or whatever, that's totally, totally fine. I completely understand. There are more than enough YA booktube channels out there to hopefully satisfy everybody's needs. I'll just be reading where I genuinely want to. Now I don't want to feel pressure, any peer pressure, whether it's, you know, self-imposed or whatnot. I want to just make sure that I'm reading what I genuinely want to and enjoying my reading as much as I possibly can. And in order to do so, I felt I needed to be upfront with you guys about where I stand in terms of what I want to read from here on in. Farewell, YA fiction. It was a good few years there. I don't regret reading YA at all. There are certainly individual titles within the YA reading I did that I most definitely regret. But yeah, no regrets at all. It was fun times. It was nice while it lasted, wasn't it? And I just hope that people can still appreciate the reading that hopefully will get done on this channel. And yeah, ultimately we just need to stay true to who we are as readers, however that may alternate as, you know, as life goes on. Just stay true to your own reading interests and be happy with that and assertive in that as well. That's important. That's all for now, everybody. Thank you. See ya. The life of a cat. I am totally coming back as a pampered house cat in another life. Oh, Olly, you lucky bastard.